tic-tac-toe. And this was just a science fair project when I was 10 years old. Moved up from there, and I thought, I didn't know what a computer was. I was very shy. I was one of those people that is afraid to talk to other people. I was not social. And I was afraid, how would I learn about what computers were? I was on a goal, a mission, to find out what a computer was sometime in my life. I knew it was my passion, that I would work with computers forever. I would love them. And I didn't think I'd ever have a job. I didn't think I'd ever have a salary. I didn't ever think I'd have awards or a title. I would just do it on my own time for fun because I loved it. I discovered that almost everything you can learn that's in a computer, you can learn when you're 10 years old. There is no advanced mathematics. You have to learn a lot of stages of mathematics before you're up to calculus and differential equations and the sort of things that can solve quantum physics and real engineering problems. So I decided that I was going to love these computers forever. But I didn't know what a computer was, and I was too afraid to ask people. And we didn't have books. I'd look in bookstores. I never saw a book called Computers, or I would have instantly picked it up and read every page I could. So going out to these science fairs, I would see other projects, and it finally clicked in my head one day. A computer. Now they can have a very inexpensive Wozniak terminal. Around that time, a club started up. Steve went back to Oregon, and I was on my own. I went to this club called the Homebrew Computer Club. And I'll tell you, that was our digital October. That was we spoke about this upcoming revolution where people would be able to afford their own computing machines at a normal human price. The trouble is, the machines you could buy at a human price in that day that was turning them on had all these switches and lights for ones and zeros, and you push the buttons and you get the ones and zeros into memory, and eventually you can get a program in. I had built that computer 5 years before. What was special about it? It couldn't do anything really useful, like type a program in. When I told my father I was going to own a 4K computer someday, 4K bytes was the amount of memory to run a real computer language where you typed on a human keyboard. I started watching and thinking, and I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to take my little terminal that talks to a faraway computer, and I'm going to put one of these new computer chips called a microprocessor. We were 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 1,000 years ago, but we're driven by this motivation to create new things. We're born with curiosity. We're born wanting to explore every little object and device we can see from the time we're a baby, and we want to create new things, so that must be the purpose of our humankind, is to create these new things.